This is Miss Sabrina from U.M.A.D.A.O.P, and we are here today to do our life skills lesson. And today's lesson will be about alcohol myths and realities. So, when you guys think of alcohol, what is alcohol? What is the definition, or what do you think of when you think of alcohol? Can somebody tell me? Any guess? Okay. Okay, that was a good one. So, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go ahead and get your life skills books, and I want you to turn it to page 36. So, in your books, it gives us the definition. So, what is alcohol? Alcohol is a drug contained in beverages, drinks such as beer, wine coolers, and liquor. After you drink it, alcohol is absorbed through the walls of the stomach and intestines directly into the bloodstream. Then it travels through the blood to your brain. Once it reaches the brain, it depresses or slows down your brain's activity. So, just thinking about that, how it goes through our system, how it affects us, how do you think a person who consumes alcohol, just by that definition, how do you guys think they're going to act or how they're going to think? You got anything?
Crazy.
Okay, crazy. Yeah, we've seen people who drinking, and sometimes we're afraid of them because they're not acting like themselves. So that is a good one. Anybody else? Okay, so in the book, first we're going to talk about a small amount of alcohol, what it does to our bodies, and then we're going to talk about when you consume a large amount of alcohol. So when we talk about a small amount of alcohol, we're talking about maybe, you know, a shot, thank you, a shot of alcohol, or maybe I'm just, tasting some. That's a small amount. So just a small amount of alcohol, this is what it does to your body. It slows down your ability to think clearly, and it can cause some people to make poor decisions. Also, it causes people to feel more daring than usual, and then they take risks. So, and this is just, remember, this is just a small amount. So, already we can't think clearly. We're not in our right mind. We're not going to make the best decisions just consuming a small amount of alcohol. Um, Now, let's talk about a larger amount. What does that do to our body? So, it slows down other areas of the brain and nervous system. It causes you to be dizzy, lose coordination, your reaction time. It makes it harder to speak, walk, and stay awake. And it causes some people to pass out and temporarily lose their memory. So, a lot of things you see in the news, especially with when it comes to car accidents. And some car accidents are caused by people who are under, they're drinking. They have drank, whether they've come from a party, they've been at home, and because you're not thinking clearly, you think, oh, I got this, I can drive. And you ever hear some people say, oh, I can drink better, or I drive better when I drink. That is absolutely false because, first of all, your reaction time is delayed. Like we said, your coordination is off. And if there's a car speeding at you, you don't even realize how fast it's coming or what you need to do. So you're not able to hit the brake fast enough. So that causes a car accident. Or you see the light, and that light is green, and you coming down the street and it's slowly turning yellow, and you think, oh, I got it, I'm gonna fly through this light. But you don't realize that this light is turning green like that. You go through that intersection, and guess what? A car accident, unfortunately. How many of you see people who are, you have a family event going on, Thanksgiving, a birthday party, and you have family members who normally, when they're sober, they're kind of calm, they get along with everybody, they got good attitudes, but then they start drinking. You got that one uncle is like, uh-oh, here come Uncle Joe. We don't want him because we know when he start drinking, what's going to happen at the party, right? He might start fighting with your other family members. May start because his coordination is off, so he's wobbling when he walks. He starts knocking over the table. He didn't knock the cake over now. Now we can't sing happy birthday. And just imagine if that were you. Just imagine how you feel about him, and when you see him, what you think. Just imagine people felt that way about you. Oh, here he comes. I hate when he comes here because he don't know how to act. He ruins the party. People already have a negative mindset over a person that drinks. You don't want a person to feel that way about you. And also, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to harm yourself and then potentially harm others. So, how do you think alcohol affects our behavior? Give me some examples. How do you think alcohol affects your behavior? Just think about a person that you've seen drinking and how did it affect their behavior. What do you guys think? You got any?
It made them act different.
Yeah, but it make them act different, but in what way do you think? Like I said, maybe a person who's normally nice, now they're mean. Like, whoa, just a few minutes ago we were all joking and now you want to fight everybody. That's affecting their behavior. They're not the normal selves and they have no control over it. So, would you want to put yourself in a position where you have no control over your thoughts, what you're going to say? Because you wake up the next day and wonder why, whoa, I got all these mean text messages or nobody's dealing with me because you don't even remember what happened the night before because you were drinking. And it goes from a very small amount to a large amount. You don't know how it's going to affect your body. So, on the next page, we're going to talk about some reasons why people don't drink. So, give me some reasons. Before we look in the book, name some reasons why you feel people don't drink. What do you think?
Because they know it's bad for you.
All right, because we already know. We've got the prevention training. We've talked to Mr. Pegues. We've talked to Miss Edwards. We already know drinking is bad. We already know what it's going to do to us. So I don't even need to try it. I already know what's going to happen. Anything else? Okay. It don't like the taste. It tastes nasty. Why do I want to continue to drink something and it tastes horrible? Some people don't like the feeling it gives you when you don't have control. I want to be in control of my life. I want to be in control of my decisions. And so drinking, I don't like how I feel. I don't like the person that I am. They don't want to get fat. Drinking, when you drink alcohol, that turns into sugar. What does sugar turn into? Fat. You don't want to be fat. So people thinking I want to be healthy. If I drink, there are adverse effects to me drinking, and I don't want those. It's against their family values and religious values. There are a lot of religions who frown upon drinking because they know what drinking does to the body. A lot of families, they know whether they've had a family member before or they just know what it does to you. It's against the family values. It's frowned upon in a family. It's not something that we do to enjoy ourselves. There are so many other things that you can do to have fun, and drinking definitely is not one of them. It's illegal, okay? That's a good one. You need to be 21 in order to even purchase alcohol. And so, therefore, I'm too young. I can't buy it. I don't want it. It's not meant for me. Um, you need to stay in shape for sports. How many of you guys play sports? Do you play any sports?
Nope.
No? Okay. Basketball. I know you guys are right now, it's basketball season. Football season just ended. How are you going to be on the basketball court and you're drinking? Remember coordination? You've lost your coordination. How are you going down the court dribbling and you have no coordination? Plus, you smell. We're going to smell it. It's coming out of your pores. So not only you're uncoordinated and dizzy, now we kind of feel sick because we smell it. You look stupid and foolish. Remember Uncle Joe? How he came in, falling on the table. He didn't drop the cake. You laugh at people like that. You're embarrassed. You already know what it looks like. You don't want to look like that, right? You want to look like that?
No.
Um, it's not cool. Drinking is not cool. I don't care how many commercials you see with people having a good time. That's false. Remember we talked about advertisements, how the different commercials and advertisement will make you feel like something is cool or fun, but it's not. That's what they want you to believe. But when you're in that situation, it's totally different. It's not that big party and the fireworks going off like the commercial. It is not the same. And you want to stay in control and you want to think clearly. So I'm not going to drink because I want to be in control of my thoughts and I want to be aware. And the next day, I want to remember. We had a good time with our family and friends. Don't you want to remember it? You don't want to look back at your old snaps and the Facebook lives and like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Who wants that? You want to look back and say, oh, that was a good time. I remember everything from last night. It was so much fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to remember everything. So the topic was of this one for alcohol was the myths and reality. So we already talked about the realities of drinking. And this is not anything where they're just saying it. These things actually happen. You've seen it, you've heard it, you know this. These are facts. Okay. So now we're going to talk about some of the myths people say when it comes to drinking. So the best way to get high is to drink or take drugs. So that's a myth, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think that's a myth? Just think about it. Why do you think that's a myth? That in order to get this high, you need to drink or do drugs. Okay. So the reality of it is alcohol and drugs produce a temporary high. Okay? You know what temporary means?
Yes.
What's temporary?
Something that goes away.
Right, it goes away. Just for this moment, I may feel great, but it's going to wear off. And then guess what? If you want that feeling back, what are you going to have to do?
Do it again.
You're going to have to drink some more. Then you're going to get sick. And then all the other effects we're talked about, it's going to happen. When you're drinking, that good feeling that it produces, like I said, it's going to wear off. You're going to have that up feeling where you think everything is fun, great, we're having the time of our lives. And then slowly, you're coming down now. Now, okay, I kind of feel sick. It's not fun anymore. Everybody else is having fun, but now I kind of feel sad and depressed. You ever feel sad or depressed? Is that a fun feeling to have?
No.
No. So you don't want any substance to have control over you to where it makes you feel a certain way. And then once that substance is no longer working, you don't feel that way again. So you don't want to even start for that temporary fake high. Okay? Because that like we said, that is a myth, that is not reality. It's temporary, short-lived, and it's going to go away. And in order to get it back again, you got to drink more and more and more till you pass out on the floor and everybody's stepping over you or stepping on you. Okay. Another myth is it takes a real tough person to hold a lot of alcohol. You guys hear that before? You ever hear that? Yeah, that's not true. And like alcohol with other drugs, the more a person drinks, the more it takes to cause the same effect. So, like I said earlier, that high wears off, so you got to drink more and more. But now I've drunk so more that I need, before it was maybe a glass. That's not enough anymore. I need two. That's it's not working no more. I'm not getting that same high that I felt. I need the whole bottle now. So now what happens? From drinking, having a cup, 2 cups to the whole bottle, now this is something I want to do every day. I got a bottle in my book bag. I got a stash in my bottom drawer under my bed. Now you're becoming an alcoholic. Now you're depending on this substance in order for you to have this feeling. Another myth, and we've talked about this before with peer pressure and with your friends. Your friends wouldn't want to hang out with you if you don't drink a lot. Now, I know you guys are 7th, 8th grade, but how many of you have friends that drink? You have any friends that drink?
Oh.
No? Okay, that's good. Because I know when we talked about it previously, we had some friends, some of your friends groups who drink. It wasn't a lot, but you guys did raise your hands about some of your friends that drink. So with these friends that do drink, they want to make you feel like, oh, you can't hang with us. You're not cool if you don't hang with us. But what's the reality of that? I don't even have to look in the book for that one. You guys tell me, what's the reality for that when it comes to friends and peer pressure and making you feel some type of way? What about for you, for peer pressure? Your friend group is telling you, we're drinking and we having fun and you have to drink with us in order to hang with us. What are you going to do?
Don't do it.
Why not? Because what?
I'm not gonna let nobody else make my decision for me.
Right, you have control over your decisions. You're not going to let somebody else tell you or dictate to you what's fun. And then if this person is really your friend and they know this is something that you're totally against, they're not going to force it on you. A friend doesn't force bad things on you. A friend respects your decision and they won't force you or make you feel bad. So those friend groups that are trying to make you feel bad or trying to make you feel like you're not in a cool crowd if you don't do it, they're not cool and they're not your friends. And remember, we talked about that. You walk away and you move on. Okay, another myth. Drinking beer or wine is okay because there's less alcohol in it. And is that true?
No.
No, it's not. I don't care if you see this bottle and it has a big old grapefruit on it, a big old strawberry or watermelon. Because again, advertisement, they're trying to sell something to you. They're trying to make you think because it has fruit on it, oh, it's good for you, or it's not as bad. But you look at the bottom of that bottle and it tells you how much alcohol is in it. So the reality is a 12 ounce of beer, 5 ounces of wine, and 1 ounces of liquor contain the same amount of alcohol. The same amount. So that can of beer or that bottle of wine that you think, oh, it's fine, it has the same amount of alcohol as hard liquor has. and it's going to have the same effect on you. The coordination, the dizziness, the where it's going to make you feel sick. You're not going to be in your right mind. So don't think because it's wine or beer, it has the same exact effect that alcohol has. The last myth it has that drinking alcohol helps people sleep better. How many of you guys heard that?
Mhm.
You heard that before? Okay. Um, it's true, but you want to know why it's true? It's a depressant. That's why it's true. It's going to help you sleep better because it does something in your body where it depresses our systems. It makes you feel where you're kind of in a relaxed state, but it's not a real relaxed state. So you feel like, oh yeah, let me drink because it's going to make me sleepy. It's not the chemical in your brain that's telling you to go to sleep. It's the chemical that's telling you where you're, like I said, you're losing all functions, you're losing coordination in your body. So it does not put you into a restful, relaxing sleep that we want, right? Because when you go to sleep, it's relaxing and restful. That's true sleep. That's true rest, right?
Mhm.
Right. So this kind of sleep produced by alcohol is not the same as normal sleep. After drinking, also, people tend to wake up feeling tired, nervous, and grouchy. When you go to sleep, you want to wake up relaxed. You want to stretch, like that was the best sleep ever. I'm ready to start my day. But if you drink before you go to sleep, you're not going to wake up refreshed. You're going to wake up tired because you didn't get that true sleep. Your body didn't get that true relaxed feeling in order to go to sleep and to stay asleep. So, on the next page it's going to list, they want you to list 10 reasons why you don't drink. So, here's in the book. So this is going to be on page 40. So you don't have to list all 10 reasons, but I like you guys to at least come up with 5. I know you can come up with at least 5 reasons why you don't drink. So give me some reasons. Just throw out some. Give me a reason why you don't drink.
It's bad for you.
It's bad for you. Give me another reason.
It doesn't taste good.
It doesn't taste good. It's bad for you. It doesn't taste good. You're going to be in big trouble with your parents, okay? You'll be on punishment. Give me that iPhone. Give me that Xbox, your PlayStation. Bye bye, Christmas. Christmas time is coming up, right? All this will be taken away from you. So there are consequences to all our actions. So with alcohol, the things I want you guys to take away from our discussion that we had today is don't assume that a sip, that wine or beer is okay, because especially with you guys, your bodies are still growing. It will affect you guys worse than it will adults. So just to remember the effect it has on an adult, it's going to be twice as hard on you, on your body system, and what it's going to do to you. Unfortunately, there are kids who drink. You go to these parties and you have these drinking games, and what happens? They end up having alcohol poisoning, and some kids even end up dying from it. Alcohol can kill you a certain amount, even adults. So I want you guys to take it very seriously when it comes to alcohol. I don't want you to think when you think of alcohol, I don't want you to think of fun and great times in the party like it's advertised. I want you to think of car accidents. I want you to think of sickness. I want you to think of embarrassment. I want you to think of the realities when it comes to alcohol and how it can affect your bodies. Okay, guys? So we will meet again next week. I hope you guys enjoy talking about alcohol. Talk to your parents about it. Get their views on it. Tell them what you learned. Tell them the realities and the myths that we talked about. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you.